So I'm just going through the report right now to summarize for folks at home. Based on our earlier reporting, we understood that McCabe had violated three ethics violations of the FBI, which was lying under oath, lying not under oath, and then also the disclosure of non-public information. And what we see in the Inspector General's report, the first headline to me is that this actually began as a leak investigation to understand why the Wall Street Journal in October of 2016, so just before the election, disclosed information about the existence of the FBI investigation into the Clinton Foundation. And if you come back to me a moment, the key paragraph, the key section is right here, and it reads in part, "We concluded that McCabe's decision to confirm the existence of the Clinton Foundation investigation through an anonymously sourced quote, recounting the content of a phone call with a senior department official in a manner designed to advance his personal interests at the expense of department leadership." So the bottom line is that the former deputy director was in a position to authorize the release of this information, but the Inspector General concluded that he did so not because it was in the public interest, but because it was simply in Andrew McCabe's interest to protect his reputation and that of his family as well, Dana.
If I could follow up with you on that, Catherine, just so I can understand. So he's confirming that the Clinton Foundation is under investigation, which arguably could hurt the Clinton campaign a month before the election.
Correct.
This is right before James Comey comes out and says, oh, she's also under investigation because of the emails. So there's another one. What I don't understand is how McCabe announcing that to the press anonymously or confirming that would have advanced his own personal interests. Is there anything that they can tell us that describes that?
Okay, so yeah, so for a little bit more context, and I perhaps should have offered that to you so it was not in any way confusing. In October of 2016, there was a report in the Wall Street Journal which talked about the political contributions which had been made to Andrew McCabe's wife, Dr. Jill McCabe, which was for a state Senate race in 2015. And she had received from Terry McAuliffe, the Virginia governor, and his PAC at the time, upwards of $500,000. This was seen certainly within law enforcement circles and critics of the FBI as evidence that Andrew McCabe had a conflict of interest when it came to the Clinton email probe. So when you look at the leak about the foundation, that was kind of his way of awkwardly pushing back that he was impartial, not only with the email investigation, but also with the ongoing investigation of the Clinton Foundation. But the bottom line as you go through this IG section, this Inspector General report, is that you see he lied on multiple occasions to multiple investigators. First, the leak investigators at the FBI, and then following that to his boss, Director Comey. He told him he was not the source of this leak to the Wall Street Journal, and then ultimately with the Inspector General as well. So it was a pattern and practice of leaks on this particular issue. But again, the key quote here is that he had the authorization to make this information public, but they felt he did not do so for reasons that were within the public interest. He did it for reasons that were to benefit Andrew McCabe, and that they felt was not acceptable.